hips. They're not just joints that got stiff. They're bioengineered systems capable of self-repair that nobody taught you how to activate. Inside one simple position, 5 different mechanisms wake up at once. It's like your body remembering what it was built to do. Sounds too simple to work, doesn't it? But that's exactly what researchers discovered when they studied this ancient seated position. It's called the butterfly stretch. And while it might look like something kids do on the playground, what's happening inside your body, especially after 60, is anything but child's play. Here's what most people miss. They see someone sitting with their feet together, knees out to the sides, and they think it's just a basic stretch. But what they don't realize is why this position was designed the way it was. The angle of your legs, the opening of your hips, the sustained, gentle pressure, it all activates layers most exercises never reach. From your muscles to your fascia, from your circulation to the signals traveling between your brain and your joints, 5 separate systems respond at once. It's like turning on lights in rooms you forgot your body had. And here's the kicker. Just 2 minutes in this position can increase blood flow to your hip area by up to 40%. 2 minutes. That's less time than it takes to make coffee, and your body starts reversing what decades of sitting has done. In this video, I'll walk you through what's really happening inside your body during those 2 minutes. 5 mechanisms you can't see, but you'll definitely feel. And I promise, at least one will make you think, why didn't anyone tell me this before? Stay with me, because at the end, I'll show you exactly how to do this safely, even if you haven't stretched in years or your knees aren't what they used to be. Your hip adductors, most people don't even know they exist. But right now, they're the reason you struggle to get up from a low chair. They're the reason your knees hurt when you walk. They're the muscles running along your inner thighs. And after decades of sitting in chairs, crossing your legs, keeping everything tight and protected, they've gone quiet. Here's what happens when you sit in the butterfly stretch. Feet together, knees falling out to the sides, and suddenly those forgotten adductors get a signal they haven't received in years. Stretch, open. Remember. Your body doesn't forget how to do this. It just stops doing it because modern life never asks it to. When was the last time you sat cross-legged on the floor? When did you last open your hips wide and hold that position? For most people over 60, the answer is decades ago, maybe childhood. So when you ease into this position, front of your feet pressed together, letting gravity gently pull your knees toward the floor, you're not just stretching, you're waking up a network of muscles that's been in hibernation. Your adductors, yes, but also your hip flexors in the front, your glutes in the back, even the small stabilizer muscles deep inside your hip joint that most exercises never touch. And here's what makes this different from just doing leg stretches while standing or lying down. In the butterfly, your body weight, gravity, and the angle of your legs create this sustained, gentle pressure that reaches deeper than active stretching ever could. It's not about forcing anything. It's about allowing your body to open in a way it's designed to open, but rarely gets the chance to anymore. Within the first 30 seconds, you'll feel it. That pull along your inner thighs, maybe a gentle ache in your hip creases. That's not pain. That's your nervous system recognizing, oh, we used to do this, we remember this. And your muscles respond. Blood flow increases to areas that have been running on minimal circulation. Oxygen starts reaching tissue that's been starving for it. The tension that's been locked in place, sometimes for years, begins to release. This is your body activating systems it's had all along. You didn't lose them. You just stopped using them. And the beautiful thing about the butterfly stretch is that it doesn't ask you to be flexible first. It meets you exactly where you are. Knees up high? That's fine. That's your starting point. Can barely sit upright? Use a wall for support. Your body will remember at its own pace. 2 minutes in this position, and you've already reminded your hips what they're capable of. But activating those muscles is just the beginning. Once they wake up, something else starts happening beneath the surface, something you can't see, but your body has been desperate for. Your muscle fibers. They're not just tight, they're suffocating. Think about a sponge that's been squeezed dry and left in the corner for months. That's what decades of sitting does to your hip muscles. The fibers compress, the spaces between them collapse, and the tiny blood vessels that deliver oxygen and nutrients get pinched off. Your muscles aren't weak because you're old. They're weak because they've been running on fumes. Now here's what happens the moment you settle into the butterfly stretch. As your knees drop to the sides and that gentle pull spreads through your inner thighs and hip flexors, something shifts at the cellular level. Those compressed muscle fibers start to lengthen, not dramatically, not painfully, just enough to create space. And the moment space opens up, blood rushes in. Fresh oxygen, nutrients, all the fuel your muscles have been desperately waiting for. It's like opening windows in a room that's been closed for years. Suddenly, things can move again. Things can breathe. Studies show that sustained stretching like this can increase blood flow to the targeted area by 30 to 40% within just 2 minutes. That's not a minor improvement. That's the difference between muscles that barely function and muscles that remember how to support you. But it's not just about blood flow. While you're holding this position, gently leaning forward if you can, or just sitting tall if that's where you are today, your muscle fibers are also releasing metabolic waste, lactic acid, inflammatory markers, all the buildup that's been sitting there making you feel stiff and achy. Your lymphatic system, which depends on movement to work, finally gets a chance to drain what's been stagnant. And here's the part that surprises most people. You don't need to push hard for this to happen. In fact, pushing hard works against you. The butterfly works because it's gentle and sustained. Your muscles don't tense up to protect themselves. They relax. They let go. They allow the process to happen. Your hip adductors, the muscles along your inner thighs, they start to soften. Your hip flexors in the front, the ones that get short and tight from sitting all day, they begin to lengthen. Even your glutes in the back engage slightly to stabilize you, waking up after years of being underused. This isn't about becoming flexible like a yoga instructor. This is about giving your muscles what they need to do their job, which is to support your body, keep you stable, and let you move through your day without pain. 2 minutes of oxygenated, nourished muscle tissue working the way it was designed to. That's what's happening inside your body right now, and your muscles are remembering what it feels like to be fed. But while your muscles are drinking in oxygen, there's another conversation happening, one between your hips and your brain. And that signal? It's been broken for longer than you think. Your brain, it's been lying to you about your hips, telling you they're fragile when they're just forgotten. Here's what most people don't realize. Your hip tightness isn't just a muscle problem. It's a communication problem. Your brain and your hips are supposed to be in constant conversation. Thousands of tiny sensors in your joints, your muscles, your tendons, they're all sending signals up to your brain saying, here's where we are, here's how we're positioned, here's what we can do. That's called proprioception. It's your body's internal GPS. And after years of limited movement, sitting in the same positions day after day, that GPS signal gets weak, fuzzy. Sometimes it cuts out completely. So your brain makes a decision. If I'm not getting clear information from the hips, I'm going to assume something's wrong. I'm going to lock things down, tighten the muscles, limit the range of motion, keep everything safe. It's protection, but it's protection you don't need, and it's trapping you. Now here's what happens when you sit in the butterfly stretch and hold it, breathing slowly, staying present in the position. Those sensors in your hip joints, the ones that have been sending weak signals or no signals at all, they wake up. They start firing again. Clear, strong signals traveling up your spinal cord to your brain. We're okay down here. This position is safe. We can handle this. And your brain listens. Within 60 to 90 seconds of sustained stretching, your nervous system begins to reset its threat level. The warning signals quiet down. The protective muscle tension starts to release. Your brain recalibrates what's possible. what's safe, what your hips can actually do. This is why the butterfly stretch works differently than quick stretches or bouncing movements. Those activate your stretch reflex, the automatic response that makes your muscles tighten up to protect you from overstretching. But when you ease into the butterfly and stay there, breathing through it, your nervous system has time to assess, time to realize there's no danger here, time to let go. Think about the last time you felt unsteady on your feet. That moment of fear when you step on uneven ground and your body freezes, unsure if it can catch you. That's poor proprioception. That's your brain not trusting your hips and legs to do their job. But when your brain starts receiving clear signals again, when it knows exactly where your hips are and what they're capable of, everything changes. Your balance improves. Your confidence in movement returns. You stop moving like someone who's afraid of falling and start moving like someone who trusts their body. This position, simple as it looks, is retraining your nervous system, reminding your brain that your hips aren't broken. They're just out of practice. And practice is exactly what this is. But there's more happening than just signals. While your brain is recalibrating, something deeper in your body is starting to shift. Something that's been stuck for years. Your fascia. It's the wrapper around every muscle you have. And after decades of sitting, it's glued shut. Most people have never heard of fascia, but it's everywhere in your body. Think of it like the thin white membrane you see when you peel an orange, the layer between the skin and the fruit. That's what fascia looks like. In your body, it wraps around every muscle, every organ, every structure, creating this continuous web of connective tissue that holds everything together. When you move regularly, when you stretch and bend and rotate through your full range of motion, fascia stays fluid. It glides. It allows your muscles to slide past each other smoothly. But when you don't move, when you sit in the same positions day after day, fascia does what it's designed to do. It adapts. It thickens. It adheres to itself and to the muscles beneath it, creating restrictions. And in your hips, after years of sitting in chairs with your legs at 90-degree angles, that fascia has essentially shrink-wrapped your hip joints. Here's what happens when you open into the butterfly stretch and hold it. That gentle, sustained opening starts to hydrate and release the fascial tissue. Fascia responds to slow, sustained pressure. Not fast stretching, not bouncing. Slow, patient, sustained opening. Exactly what the butterfly gives you. As you sit there, feet together, knees dropping toward the floor, you're creating space in your hip capsule, the connective tissue bag that surrounds your hip joint. That capsule has been compressed, tight, limited. Now it's getting room to expand. And as it expands, synovial fluid, the oil that lubricates your joints, starts to circulate again. Your hip joints begin to move more smoothly. Less grinding, less catching, less of that feeling like something's stuck in there. But it's not just your joints. Your circulation is changing too. When you hold this position, you're opening up the blood vessels that run through your groin and into your legs. Vessels that have been partially compressed by tight hip flexors and adductors. Now blood flow increases, not just to your muscles, but all the way down into your legs, your knees, your feet. People talk about cold feet, heavy legs, that sluggish feeling by the end of the day. A lot of that comes from restricted circulation at the hips. Your heart is pumping blood just fine, but it's trying to push it through narrow passages. The butterfly opens those passages. And here's something most doctors won't tell you because they don't think about it this way. Your lymphatic system, the network that clears waste and toxins from your tissues, it doesn't have a pump like your heart. It depends entirely on movement, on muscle contractions, on joints opening and closing to move fluid through. When your hips don't move much, lymph gets stagnant in your pelvic area and legs. Inflammation builds up, swelling, that puffy feeling. The butterfly, with its sustained opening and the gentle engagement of your inner thigh muscles, acts like a manual pump for your lymphatic system. Fluid starts draining, waste starts clearing. This is deep work, not the kind you see. The kind you feel days later when suddenly your hips feel lighter, your legs feel less heavy, your whole lower body feels like it's been given room to breathe. And while all of this is happening, fascia releasing, joints lubricating, circulation flowing, there's one more thing you need to understand. One more reason this position works better for you now than it would have when you were younger. Your age, it's not the problem. It's actually your advantage here. This is the part that breaks the lie you've been told your entire life. That flexibility is for the young. That stretching is something you do when your body is still pliable, still resilient, still capable of things it can't do anymore. Wrong. Here's the truth nobody tells you. The butterfly stretch works better for bodies over 60 than it does for younger bodies, not in spite of your age, but because of it. Young bodies are spring-loaded. They're tight, elastic, full of high muscle tone and reactive fascia. When a 5-year-old sits in the butterfly, their hip flexors fight back. Their adductors resist. Their nervous system is in performance mode, always ready to fire, always maintaining tension for the next movement, the next demand. They can force their way into deeper positions, sure, but their bodies don't need this kind of release. They're getting it through high-impact movement, through sports, through activity levels that keep everything mobile whether they try or not. Your body is different now, and different is not worse. Different is actually ideal for this. After 60, your fascia has adapted to slower, more deliberate movement. It's less reactive, less defensive. When you ease into a stretch, it doesn't snap back the way young fascia does. It yields, it releases, it lets go in a way that younger tissue simply won't. Your nervous system has matured too. You're not in fight or flight mode all the time anymore. Your body has learned patience. It knows how to settle. It knows how to breathe through discomfort without panicking. That's not age making you weaker. That's age giving you the exact temperament this stretch requires. And here's the part that will change how you see your own body. The loss of mobility you've experienced, the tightness, the stiffness, it's not permanent damage. It's not your body breaking down. It's your body adapting to the positions you've been putting it in. Sitting in chairs, standing with locked knees, moving through the same limited patterns every single day. Your body did what it was supposed to do. It became efficient at those patterns. It reinforced them. It made them easy. But that means the opposite is also true. When you introduce a new pattern, when you ask your hips to open, when you hold that position with patience and breath, your body adapts again. It reinforces the new pattern. It makes that easy too. This is why people in their 70 seconds and 80 seconds can regain hip mobility that they lost decades ago. Not because they're forcing their body to become young again, because they're working with their body exactly as it is now, leveraging the patience and adaptability that comes with age. The butterfly stretch doesn't ask you to be flexible first. It makes you flexible by doing it 2 minutes a day. That's the pattern your body will learn. That's the position it will adapt to. And 3 weeks from now, 6 weeks from now, your hips will remember this as normal. You're not fighting your age. You're using it. And that makes all the difference. So step back and look at what's really happening here. In one simple position, sitting on the floor with your feet together and your knees falling open, you're activating muscles that forgot they existed. You're feeding them oxygen they've been starving for. You're resetting the communication between your brain and your hips, teaching your nervous system that movement is safe again. You're releasing fascia that's been glued down for years, lubricating joints that have been grinding, opening circulation that's been restricted, and clearing waste that's been stagnant. 5 mechanisms, 1 position, 2 minutes. This isn't 5 separate benefits. This is your body remembering how to function the way it was designed to. Everything working together, supporting each other, doing what they've always been capable of doing. They just needed the right signal, the right position, the right amount of time. And the most powerful part? You didn't need to be flexible to start. You didn't need special equipment. You didn't need to be younger or stronger or more capable than you already are. You just needed to sit down and give your body permission to open. That's what the butterfly stretch is. Permission for your hips to move, for your muscles to breathe, for your body to do what it's been waiting to do. 2 minutes a day, that's all it's asking for. And your hips, they'll remember. They always remember. If this helped you see your body differently, we have more movements like this. Simple positions that unlock what you thought you'd lost. And I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried the butterfly before? Are you going to give it a shot now? Drop a comment below and let me know where you're starting from. Your body is still capable. It's just been waiting for you to ask.